What is up, guys? It is Lucas from Swim Techniques, and I've got a super special lesson for you guys today. I'm actually super excited about this one. For those of you who watch any of our Facebook or Instagram lives, you've probably heard this question been asked before. This is honestly probably the question that I get asked more than anything else on any social media or any kind of platform. This is usually the question you guys ask me the most, which is, Lucas, how do I stop comparing myself to other swimmers and just focus on what I want to be doing and how I can be getting better? So this is a really important video for me to make because I think so many swimmers can get caught up in so many different things that they think about or they get worried about. But really, at the end of the day, swimming all comes down to you, right? It's what you want. It's the kind of swimmer you want to be. So I thought it would be really valuable for you guys to make a lesson here for you just talking about this topic. So you see I got the kind of the picture of the two dudes or the two ladies who are hanging out there, and it's to stop comparing yourself to others. One person is smarter, funnier, they're awesome. The other person is prettier, a little kinder, they're also awesome. And you guys need to think about that for your swimming too. There's plenty of different types of swimmers. We're all awesome because we're all involved in this sport and actively trying to push it forward. But not focusing on other swimmers and actually focusing on yourself can have a huge part to play in your actual performance and what happens to your race on race day. So let's get into this, shall we? So number one thing that I really want you guys to remember when you're thinking, oh, there's, this guy over here is going this time, or my teammates are doing this, you have to remember at the end of the day, swimming is an individual sport. Unless you're in the ISL, which I'm sure most of us who are watching this video right now probably aren't, because that's a little more team orientated. At the end of the day, swimming is an individual sport. It comes down to you and the clock. That is what matters. Nothing else matters. What Johnny over there in lane 4 is doing doesn't matter. What matters is you and what you're doing to get yourself to your goals, right? So swimming is an individual sport, super important. You really got to be able to remember that and always kind of be thinking about that. And then another thing you have to remember, everyone grows at a different rate, right? Like everyone gets faster at different times. Everyone trains at different times, right? Like some people have to take time off because of injuries. Some people don't ever get an injury, but maybe they have a lot going on in their life, so they can't focus on swimming. Every swimmer is different. Some people grow, some people don't grow, some people are super strong, some people aren't. Everyone's a little bit different. Bob Bowman always likes to say, if you look at the top 8 swimmers in an Olympic final, there's a certain level of talent that all of them have, right? There's a certain level of talent that all of them have. But what separates them is what they're actually doing on the day. And I think that really speaks to this point in that, something I always used to feel is I always used to feel like I had to work harder than the next guy just to do as well as the next guy. And I felt that way almost entirely through my teens. But then when I turned about 15, 16, all those people who were beating me for years and years kept going the same times or were maybe getting a little bit faster. And I skyrocketed past all of them. And honestly, I don't even remember their names now, but they used to frustrate me to no end because they were always faster than me, even though I trained harder, even though technically I was a better swimmer. I could never understand it. But you have to realize everyone grows at a different rate. So just because someone is leagues faster than you right now doesn't mean they're always going to be, right? So take advantage of that. Have that in the back of your head. I mean, for myself, like, as much as I hate to lose more than anything in the world, there was always that voice in my head that was like, okay, he beat me. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm going to work on myself. And one of these days, you're going to get it. And then eventually, it always does end up happening if the consistency and the hard work is there, right? So like I was kind of touching on before, hard work always beats talent in the long run. I am by no means would I ever call myself a super talented swimmer. I didn't just get in the water and start going fast, right? It took years. It took so much time, so much training with technique. I bet a lot of you out there are actually more talented naturally at swimming than I am. But like I was saying, that hard work, it adds up over time. Everyone at the top level has the same amount of talent. What separates them is the work that they can do in the pool and whether or not they can actually focus on themselves, you guys. That is super important. So remember, it doesn't matter if someone's faster than you now, they're not always going to be. At the end of the day, the most healthy, the best thing for you to be doing with your mind is to be comparing yourself to yourself, right? You have a clock to go off of, right? Everything you do in workout is timed. Week to week, day to day, you can compare yourself. You can see how you're growing. If you're doing a test set and you're faster this week than you were last week, you're doing everything right. If you're a little bit slower, you can figure out where you went wrong. And being able to constantly compare you to you is how you make the big differences, how you keep growing. And honestly, guys, it makes swimming so much more exciting and so much more fun. I mean, for me, I get no better high, I get no better level of excitement than when I do a test set and then I'm able to come back and do it faster the next time I do it, right? That lets me know, okay, I'm doing everything right. Those people that I'm chasing, I'm coming up on them. My time is coming. And that's super important for you guys. So compare yourself to you. It's an individual sport. At the end of the day, this is all about you. So that's kind of a little bit about how I feel about this. And I really, really hope you guys that this actually has helped you a lot. Maybe switched kind of the way that you think about your swimming and other swimmers mentally, because trust me, this is huge. If you compare yourself to you and not everyone else, you are going to get far. Because remember, at the end of the day, you are you. You cannot change that. You can't be anyone else. You can't be another swimmer, but you can always be yourself and you can always make yourself better, right? So again, my name is Lucas. I really hope that this helps you guys. But just quickly, one more thing before we go. If you want to see more lessons like this and change your swimming forever, I have something that's pretty incredible for you guys. Like I was kind of saying on before, I'm a swimmer who didn't really have a lot of natural kind of God-given talent or abilities. And I kind of sucked at swimming for a pretty long time. And I got super, super frustrated and I almost quit until I learned that by going and learning from the best swimmers in the world, I could actually become a champion as well. I traveled for 2 years, swam with some of my favorite swimmers in Australia, Spain, Israel, you name it. And I was able to come home and be the fastest butterflyer in my country's history. And now I want that for you. So come on, join the Swim Techniques Academy, and you can have all of this as well. It's a digital training center with lessons from all your favorite Olympians like Kira Toussaint and Andrei Govorov. You get personalized video analysis and coaching. You're able to text me on WhatsApp literally every day as much as you want. Lucas, I need help with my technique. Lucas, I'm not feeling motivated today. Lucas, my coach is wearing a funny hat. Whatever it is, you can always text me and let me know. And you get to be a part of weekly Zoom calls with the next generation of swimmers where we all come together, celebrate each other's success, have a lot of fun, and hopefully learn a couple things as well. So that's swimtechniques.com/academy. You can join right now, totally free. This new way of training is driving coaches crazy because this is what they don't want you to know, that you can actually succeed this way, and it works a lot better. Learn from the best to become the best. swimtechniques.com/academy. It's totally free, and you can check it out right now.